Alright boys, in this video we're going to go ahead and pull this headlight assembly out and then take that lens off and put that ring back where it goes. So, a couple things here. We're going to want to pull this thingy off because it's got some stuff behind it we need to get to. And I may need two hands to do that. This metal piece has to come off, and then we're going to have to loosen these dudes. We have to stick a Phillips down in here to pull the side marker out, and then there's some Torx bits under here, and we have to slide a little thingy out of the way so we can pull this free. And we're burning daylight, so I might not set the tripod up, but I might just kind of show you what I do step by step as opposed to just filming the whole thing. Okay, so here's what the inside of there looks like. As you can see, there's a Phillips screw in there, and that was accessed through this hole. So you stick your screwdriver in there, rotate that until this gets loose enough to come up. The plastic piece, screw doesn't have to come all the way up. You really just got to get the plastic piece loose. The grips that holds it in there, and then you can pop your deal out. And with some finagling, you get the metal piece off. So there's some metal clips that hold in place these plastic tabs. Take your screwdriver and pop this thing loose. It just pushes in and out. It was pressed in this way. You just put it in here and slide that out. And then when it's not connected, your headlight will be able to come out. If you peek way in there, you can see your T20 Torx. There's your other T20 Torx. So we'll take those out, take the nuts off the top here, securing it. And then we'll just unplug it and pull the whole assembly out. Alright boys, and with the two screws off, little Phillips, you'll be able to, oh, and don't forget to undo your electrical connectors, just the two. The big one, and then the one right below it. That one just lifts up, that one's got a push pin on the bottom, you squish it and then pull it out. And then I need two hands to get this assembly out, but you just kind of manhandle it. Just kind of manhandle it from each side, wiggle it, and then you'll pull it clean out. And then we'll be inside working on popping that lens out. Okay, we're inside now. So if you flip the headlight upside down, the underneath had this plastical deal on it, which is what those metal deals they clipped into. There was 3 T20 Torx drivers, one here, here, and here. With those off, we now have access to all these clamps. These clamps hold the lens in place. So just go around and pop, 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 flip it over to the top, pop, pop, pop. This lens is going to come off, and then we can fix this ring. Alright, so after prying all these things off, there's 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, and 1 on each side, you'll be able to gently get your, take your little pry tool over there and kind of gently just pry around the outside here of your lens. You'll have the snappy deal. Just going to squeeze these, take this off first, pry around the edges, and then make sure you don't damage this rubber seal here. And then off she comes. And then the fruits of our labor is, we can got our ring. Now we can glue this son of a bitch on here so it doesn't come off again. Okay boys, the ring is now back in place. Went ahead and used some red RTV gasket maker right there, and then pressed it back in. So that stuff takes 24 hours to fully cure. I don't see any reason why we can't reassemble the headlight and put it back in the car tonight, but it probably wouldn't be a good idea to go driving around with it, because you want to hit a bump and then it come popping off, or the heat of the headlight at night giving it the business. Also should be noted, this ring's chrome is like fake chrome plating. So yes, this glass cleaner is strong enough to take that off. So you can probably see better than I can, because you guys probably see colors and I don't. At the top part we have a chrome is kind of worn off. But it's kind of hard to tell with as reflective as it is. I'm pretty sure the chrome came off a little though. Yeah, I can see it. So this side has a little bit of chrome. And then this side, it's like I can see through the chrome where it used to be, and now I can see the red gasket maker on the other side. But Oh well, the casual observer might not be able to notice that from the outside when I put my lens cover back on. But yes, so this is actually a clear ring that is, I'm guessing, plastic or glass. Probably plastic. And then chrome plated. So, all right, there we go. Now I can clean the lens off a little bit, put it back together, put it back in the car, and then we should be golden. So thank you for breaking my shit windshield, people. Well, that's it. Installation is reverse of removal, really. And now we are done. Our ring is back in place. My only regret is the Windex took the chrome off. You can see the red RTV behind the ring. But the ring is still in there. On this side, obviously, the ring is chrome all the way around. But casual observer probably wouldn't notice it. I'll notice it, and you guys will notice it, but nobody else will. But at least the ring's in there. This could have been avoided if people would learn how to close hoods properly. If you wonder how to close a hood properly, see that video for further. Alright, guys. Done with the Beamer for now. Utilized the entire good day. Also tested my rain sensor earlier, and it does work. So that's all good. Got new wiper blades on it. I didn't do a video on those. I'll assume you guys know how to install new wipers. And I did the same on the Vet. New wipers for winter. So, boom, done. And then tomorrow we'll do brake bleeding and ABS bleeding on that beast and the Ram way over there in the dark. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.